Good morning. I hope the day finds you well. You know what? Everything sounds different here, and I hope you guys can hear me. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, TFT. Good morning, Jonathan. Hope you guys can hear me. Um, yep, I guess it's okay. My headphones are not replaying in the same way right now. Let me see. Go to some advanced properties here. Okay. How about that? Oh, that's even worse. Monitor off. Okay. I've been fiddling this morning with OBS. Anyway, second cup. Sound is good? Okay. Yeah, stop. Hey, good morning, Bradley. Good morning, Antonio. Hey, Raymond. I was talking to somebody yesterday. Actually, they made me laugh quite a bit because he says, every time I watch one of your videos, I have it all turned up because you're quiet, and then he doesn't have YouTube Premium, so the advertisements come on, and he's like, "Oh, we're printing some volume here on the E-mini. Interesting." Um, and the seller coming in to defend 99. Interesting. Interesting. Anyway, and then he's like, the advertisements come in and they blow my freaking eardrums out. My dog gets startled, starts barking. I was like, damn it, I need to up my audio gain. So here's the problem though, is I'm struggling to do it in OBS to get any more gain without having the decibel meter thing say I have distortion. So like right now, I've got all this filtration for ambient noises turned up. And so I know sometimes it cuts in and cuts out. And I've tested it a little bit, and it seems like you get some distortion around the edges. So I'm afraid to turn it up anymore. I can turn it up a little more, but I'm afraid it's just going to cause more problems. Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, Dirk. Hey, Kermit. That's right. Yeah, doesn't he, Kermit? For what? Is it €4? Is that what Ticino charges? Okay, it's very good, and it. I'm in Vietnam. I'm Vietnamese, says Jonathan. Raymond, uh, is it? Is there a huge difference in sound from me to the advertisements? Because I no longer deal with advertisements on YouTube, so I don't really know what the difference is. Yeah, €4. What a heck of a, it's a heck of a steal. Oh, okay, Raymond. Cool. Yeah, Dirk, €4 per month. Thank you for that feedback on Anton. I really appreciate it. Hey, and if you guys would all like the video, I would appreciate that as well. And we'll start discussing these choppy markets. So Dirk pointed out on Twitter to me, and thank you very much for that, Dirk, that the role for the CME here is changing. They are changing the procedure. So the front month contract, instead of being the Thursday uh, the week before, the front month contract uh, is now going to be Monday. So this Monday, the front month contract is going to be the new Monday, whereas it used to be the Thursday of the prior week. Did I get that right, Dirk? I think so. I read it once, but that's how I understand it. So in other words, Sunday night, we'll all switch over to you more universally. So I'll be tracking that with volume just to see if there's a big shift in volume come Sunday night. Yeah, I like that better because I don't like it the way it sometimes works, which is where the volume for or front month gets designated the week prior. Usually I'll change um, on a Friday morning. I don't like that. Yeah, 2 days less chaos. I agree. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So, man, maybe I should start slinging contracts here. Oh, by the way, so what you guys are seeing is I haven't made any trades today. This is just a sim, and that's why you're gonna see everything up here, right? And we'll just try to execute right from these charts if we do at all. Let me turn this on real quick. Click on this chart and click on the DOM. Now it's active. Okay. Do any of you guys pull your own espresso shots at home with like a semi-automatic espresso machine? Anybody here? Or am I the only one? Because then I'll be talking about things here in the next minute that nobody else can relate to, for the most part. I guess not. Oh, yeah. I mean, Kermit, volume always switched live, usually Friday morning. That's just how it was, or even Thursday. So at some point during the day Thursday, the volume would be higher on the front month designated contract, and it would just a lot of people would still have various rules like I don't switch volume until the overall volume for the day is greater. Well, that's silly because the volume is already higher, say on Thursday, right? So a lot of us would switch Thursday, maybe Friday. So it's not that there's less. It's not that it's like Jerk says, instead of Thursday, all that garbage, you're having to figure out, well, my Furu's on the new contract and I'm on the old one and my levels are new and some are old. Instead of it being Thursday, you have 2 less days of that. That's all. You're still going to have probably next week. We'll see. We'll still have some people that don't know about it. So they'll still be talking like Thursday, Friday, or Monday is when they officially switch, and they won't even be aware of the changes. And then you'll get people who are like, well, I'm going to wait until the total daily volume is higher, and then they'll switch over Tuesday, probably. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. This first time will be a little different because undoubtedly there's going to be a lot of people who aren't aware of what's happening. So Oh, yeah. So Trilobit. So yours is a Philips automatic. Well, I use semi-automatic, and I have a bottomless portafilter. And I have a bottomless portafilter because I really enjoy measuring out my freshly ground espresso, and I like to see the extraction. So the tiger striping, the way that the first extraction comes out, does it come out equally on the open bottomless portafilter? And does it kind of come together? Is there any spurting, which suggests channeling, right? So maybe my distribution of beans and tamping weren't very good or something, right? That's what it would suggest. Um, anyway, this it's I've been finding. All right, it's a double shot basket, so I've been finding that 18.2 grams is pretty good. This morning I did 19 grams, and it was even better. So I was like, man, do I have to adjust my grind and go back to 18.2? Right? So you adjust your grind or your tamping pressure. All these things are affect the extraction quite a bit, right? Your crema, the sweetness of the coffee, how long it takes, blah 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 blah. It's a great cup of Americano here at 19 grams. I mean, it was just sweet, had full flavored notes. It's just really good. Anyway, Raymond, you know what's more important than the how you pack it? It's the distribution of the grinds. So let's say you grind and some of the grinds clump, and then you tamp with an uneven distribution with those clumps. What you'll get is the water as it filters through the basket will filter more quickly around those clumps. Wow, look at this market go. Look at it go. Straight up. Andre. Yeah, it's maybe maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment. I love punishment because I really enjoy it. And actually yesterday after the market closed, a few hours later, about 3 p.m. my time, 6 p.m. Eastern, all I wanted to do in Sierra was go through and start building some alert conditions and play in Sierra Chart. Just play. I had some ideas for indicators that are my own. I didn't get them from anywhere. Just I had a moment of creativity, and I was thinking like this would be fun. I never ended up doing it because I had to do some other things with the family. Essentially, I had to go to Costco, do some more shopping, pick up some groceries, and then by the time I got back, I made dinner, and it's a little bit of a struggle around the household with the fam, so it never worked out. And then by the time I got a little bit of time, about an hour before bed, my kid was like really wanting me to hang out with him. And so I could have put it off. I could have said, Ben, Daddy's got to work. But I was like, my kid's only going to be, life is short. What's important? My family. Forget trading. So anyway, never did it. You're like, but what are the ideas, Mike? You'll see when I finish. How about that? Maybe. Maybe you'll see. All right. That is one heck of a buying bar here. What is this thing set to? 3-point initial stop at 5 points. The trailing stop. 5 points of profit. The trailing stop of 3 points is activated. So this order type locks in 0.66 Rs automatically. That's what this is. Hmm. Can we get filled? Yay! Hmm. Hmm. Good morning, Pyrrhic. Raymond, I don't know that I'm a great dad, but I know that there's just more important things than work. I struggle like any other human being with all the other emotions that come with having your patience challenged by needy little humans. So from that point here, let's see, could we have locked in 0.8 Rs? Let's see. I'm always asking this question because, um, let's see, there's my stop, there's my entry. Where's 0.8 R? Right there. Let's see. Oh. Close. Close. I'm always asking this question because I essentially think that when it becomes obvious to someone like me, based on my trading style, unless I'm really good with entry and I'm noticing before, when it becomes obvious it's going to move higher, again, based on all the pattern recognition that occurs in my brain, I can get 0.8 Rs pretty easily each time. But 1 R, after it's obvious, is has a lower probability of occurring. Just for me. That's it. Just for me. This has nothing to do with the structure. It's a self pattern recognition thing. And I think that, well, my opinion is, and I say it's my opinion because I just want to stress it's not statistically tested. My opinion is that when the market becomes obvious to some, it becomes obvious to many, and that we're all little pattern recognizing animals that see things pretty similarly a lot of times. It's kind of, I guess, an analogy might be music and patterns. We all hear a tune, and then a few minutes later, about at the same time, many of us want to hum the same tune at the same time, right? Doesn't that happen? We're like, oh, that was weird. So some of us, that happens, right? And so I think with the markets, because they're oscillating with a lot of these, and the markets are representative of the way humans think for the most part, the way that the universe produces patterns, right? Our thoughts are somewhat representative of nature, right? In the way that molecules move. So even if it's AI, it's something similar, especially if the AI is kind of limited to some degree by human potential. So if we're trading against algorithms, I think it still holds true that are AI. I think that we see a lot of these. I think they're going to go take out the top of this wick, is what I think. Anyway. Why? It's a price action thing. We'll see. Where's 1R? Right there? Shh. Anyway. You guys can see the P&L will be here, as opposed to down here. It'll be on the upper right. Whether it be negative or positive. So anyway, the 0.8 Rs I've just noticed around 0.8 Rs after the pattern becomes obvious to me, I can get out for that. That kind of goes with, I don't know. our nature, doesn't it? The initial impulse. Come on. Keep going. There you go. Is there immediate interest to sell here? Yeah, a little bit, huh? Let's see. Yeah, I'm still on June. I usually switch over on Friday, but we'll be doing it on Sunday night, probably. 2 days sooner. Maybe Dirk. Here, Dirk. I think Dirk. Well, here. Hold on. Dirk wants. Dirk may have the link here. All right, Dirk. You can add a link now if you want. I think I just modded Dirk. Wait, did it never get me out? Oh, bummer. Oh 06 to what, 10? So at 5 points at maybe 1075. That's hilarious. At 1075, it would have locked it in. Right? Here's what happens when you don't pay attention. Oy vey. Mike Hudson, what's up, dude? Yeah, they did. They changed it to Monday from Thursday this week. So today, from today to Monday. So like Dirk pointed out in the chat, 2 days less of chaos, Mike. Well, maybe it's not 2 days less. I just think that it's as they state, it's a little more aligned with equities. Anyway, more water. Thank you very much, Dirk. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you. I know I already said I really appreciated you posting it on Twitter, but I really had no idea. So thank you very much, man. One of the good reasons to be part of a trading group where people are looking at different things, because you get people like Dirk who are on it. Good morning, Joseph. Joseph says, I'm still impatiently waiting for Ticino Trader to release your settlement chart book. Now, I have no idea. Maybe he never will, Joseph. Maybe Ticino was alerted to the fact that I preemptively said, I think Ticino might be releasing it. And he's like, you can't pressure me to release anything. I'm doing it when I'm doing it. So we don't know. But I won't share any chart books. I don't share chart books. If I share a chart book, I'm going to charge you $1,000 for a single chart book. Okay? So you want it? I will take $1,000 from you. And for that, I'll help you 3 times. You have 3 questions. And no longer, and the emails that you send me can be no longer than 200 words each. 3 questions, max 200 word, and then I will quote unquote share the chart book with you for $1,000. I'll also make you sign an agreement that you can't distribute it, and that if you distribute it, you're liable. How about that? You see, I'm not sharing chart books, so I basically made it impossible for you to want to get a chart book from me. So So in other words, I'm not sharing, but I would do it for that. I would. Nope. Joseph ain't doing it. I already said I'm not going to ever do a video on this chart book for the heads up display. It's this here. All right, with all this flashing stuff and these relative volume bars for settlements. That's what I'm talking about. What's his name? Kirill. Or that's what Joseph is asking about. Hey, Ticino's a full-time trader. Busy man. He's got a family. So you get it when you get it. Anyway. You know why I won't do a video on it? It's too complicated. It's maybe not too complicated for everybody, but it's too complicated for 95% of viewers. So if I do a video on it, there is a 1,000,000% chance that I get flooded with people who cannot figure it out. Joseph. What's the conversion from CZK to USD? Oh, you're the man, Joseph. I don't know what it is, but Joseph might have just given me $1,000. Or maybe he just gave me 50 cents. But either way, I appreciate it, Joseph. If he just gave me $1,000, then I'm on the hook. Got 2 USDs. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It would have been pretty funny if Joseph just dropped $1,000 and was like, "Do my bidding, MFer." He would have put me on the spot, and then I would have been like, "Dang it." This is called corruption, Joseph. I know. I should be in politics. There's nothing corrupt about me here, guys. Come on. Um, thank you for that, and also thank you for cracking me up this morning, just talking about the whole thing. So anyway, I already sent it to Ticino. He had a question, I think. He's probably improving the whole darn thing, is what he's doing, because his question had to do with performance. So anyway, back to the whole thing. If I were to do a video, nearly, I'd say 19 out of 20 people who watch that video would say, this is too much. Or they would try it and miss some small little setting or detail, because there are reasons why I did it the way I did it, and it's too complicated to quickly explain to people. So I would just be saying, do it like this, like this, like this. And 19 out of 20, and you're like, but I'm the one person that would get it. I get it, but you know what would happen is that video would be filled with questions. My inbox would be filled with questions, and in perpetuity, people would break that chart book, and I'd never hear the end of it. So it literally, if it was simple, I would share it. I would do a video and upload it and be done. You guys would all be able to do it, but it's not. So you're like, well, then do a video just for me. It's not worth it to me. Sorry. Then now I'm doing, custom videos for 2 or 3 people. Same problem. Declan asks, how close does your order trail once triggered? I've been playing around using a TTS, but keep getting stop out. Stopped out way too fast. 3-point stop with 5-point trigger trailing market by 3 points. Yes, Declan. That's exactly what this one does. And what's funny about this is I was in at 0575, right? So at 1075, it should have triggered and locked in 0.66 Rs. Well, guess what happened? It never got there. So you have this issue of, right, it should have triggered right up here. And we're like 1, 2 ticks away, so it never triggered. It would have, at that point, triggered and trailed 3 points, and it would have stopped out plus 1.75. Right? Because you got to assume slippage. So what ends up happening if I'm using this order type is, let's say we get a move up, and then we get a pullback and it holds, right? And then it starts to slowly drift down. It looks like a flag, and then the 10 SMA rises. I'll oftentimes move the trail stop just at a point where I think the market invalidates my position. That's it. So once this thing gets activated, then any adjustment I make, it'll keep the distance from wherever I move it to from the bid. Like, it'll keep the minimum distance, right? It doesn't move down with the market. It's a trail stop, right? So I will adjust it around. But if I have to walk away from the market, it's a nice thing to have. Rainer, good morning, sir. All right, this is a great area for a long. For me, Rainer's starting a short. I like the structure here. I know it's roll and everything, but I like this area here on this bookmap style chart, I guess we could call it. So we'll just kind of scale it in right here. Yeah, Declan, that's cool. You know what I hope happens here is that Rayner, who started a position at 4106, right? And if Rayner gets out of his position, we should know before 4106. So be quick about it, Rayner. Otherwise, you're a hindsight dinosaur, maybe. No, I don't know. I'm putting pressure on Rayner to tell us his positions ahead of time so we could all trade off of him. Anyway, what I hope happens is Rayner starts his short at 06, adds up here, right? I get out of this position. I make money, and then I add to a short up here. I get short with Rayner up here, and then it rolls over, making a lower high. I don't think that's what's happening here. I think we're flagging short term, and I think we'll probably distribute down and then rip up, but we'll see. Inside day, so, maybe we're just bouncing up and down and up and down. Go look at your 5-minute chart, and we haven't quite gone to yesterday's settlement at 41.14 yet, so we did make a lower high, relatively speaking. Oh, I don't know. Rayner could be right. Short term, we have 1, 2 impulses off the bottom. Nice pullback here. I think we go challenge 14 again. I think it's likely we go challenge it. So we'll see. Stop to break even, Rayner. 06. I think that stop gets hit, but we'll see. I also hope Rayner gets out into 4100 for plus 6. Marcin. Oh, you know what, Rainer? If you're playing real money, which I'm not, if you're playing real money, I hope the market goes straight down and you're the winner. That's the reality. I hope that you crush it here. And I hope my position gets stopped out. Because Rainer's moving markets. 96? 96. 96. Oh, how interesting. Yeah, real money. All right, let's all cheer for Rainer then. We have a little divot here. That's an interesting. That's an interesting. I'm really curious about the nuts and bolts of your trade, Rainer, for sure, 100%. Like, why 4096? I'm just trying to understand a little bit. That's like opening 30-second VWAP right above. On point 7 says, do you do any rotation study? I'm not sure what you mean by that. You talking about what most people do with like a Renko chart where you measure legs? I can't even remember what that's called, like the Z something. Oh, Rainer, why? No, I don't do that. I used to. I used to do that. I think it could actually pay all right. Rainer says, I think it will overshoot first. Target at 4089. Why, Rainer? Why? Why? I know you have your reasons for it, but why? I think well, Rainer's been doing this a long time. Rainer has some great knowledge. 100% great knowledge. But why, Rainer? That's my question. Rainer's probably managing his trade right now, so I don't want to distract him too much. But I do want. I'd love to know why. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, Rainer's been doing this over 25, almost 30 years on the way down to POC. But why? You're telling us where you think it's going, but you're not saying why, Rainer. And VPOC. Yeah, but why? VPOC and POC are often in a different place. Why? You're like, well, it acts like gravity. But why? Yeah, 25 years. But why, Rainer? Is it like, what gives you that insight right now to want to be short back to that zone? Yeah, he can tell us. Just let him say it. I'm not trying to put Rainer on the spot. I'm trying to understand. Because of volume concentration. But why? Yeah, I know. Okay. So volume concentration occurs every day at different levels, but we break out of it, right? Why did you think we're coming back to it? Look, I can posit lots of ideas for why you think that, but you're not telling me why you think a volume concentration is acting like gravity. Change him, Rainer. Rainer. Simsum. I'm trying to get Rainer to say what he. Thanks. I agree with you, Simsum. Kind of. That's my guess. Yeah. Rainer, you better tell us after you're done in this trade. Rainer wants 1K, and TYP gets 3 questions. Oh, Jonathan, that would be incredible. I think we're going to run stops right underneath this candle in reverse. We'll see. Rainer's busy getting out of his position. You know, Rainer, the flatten button gets you out really fast. And then you can, more importantly, than manage your position, more you can just address our questions. You know what's going to happen? When it rallies back to 99, Rainer's going to say, guys, I'm out at 94.95. He doesn't want any of you getting out. Last contract, 94.25. Okay. Booyah! Rainer, you got the chat popping. Look up. Jack Schwager. I mean, Rainer Blanky. You got to explain your trade in a way that trade your plan understands. By the way, this would be one of those times where I want to switch over to my account and just get long a few micros. Yeah, very nice trade, Rainer. Hey, there you go. Come on. Come on. Marcin says, Mike, but why? Why long? Volume concentration. POC. BPOC. Interest to buy and sell. Oh, I'm sure Rainer will be right. Have you seen Rainer in the chat? We should all be subscribing to his trading calls. Rainer, what would you call your service? Make it rain. Profits. Spelt REIN. Rein in the noobs and trade with me. I wasn't putting any heat on him. Rainer doesn't care. Rainer's like, look, I trade my own style. Mount Rainer Capital. Yeah. Here comes 89. Rainer Trading. Yeah. Son of a gun. Good thing I didn't get in on a stupid real account here. You know, I haven't made a single dime off of trading today, guys. Nothing. Not a single dinero. In fact, keeping these monitors on and this office cool, just costing me money. But yeah, Rainer. Well, you know. But you still called it, so you get okay, value area low. Another reason to get smoked. All right. Let's change, let's change this to something else. ES 3 point 2 point stop. Oh, did we how can I make back my losses unless I quadruple my size here on Sim? Come on now. Isn't this the way on Sim? You, you go, all right, and so you're normally trading with, I don't know, 5 or 10 lots. You're like, well, I got to look good. And I want to have a profitable day, so let's, well, and this is reflective of a way a lot of newbie traders trade, right? Let me go triple size down here to try and make up all my losses. That is precisely how you don't trade, guys. Don't do that. But that's what a lot of people think. All right, 0 prints up here. Gonna go get my sim position out, and then I'm gonna look for the person just joining the stream. I'm gonna look like I was profitable. Come on now, it's not real. But I won't delete any of this. It goes on YouTube. It's okay. I'm not proud of my sim positions. Anyway, this is the way. All right, let me read what Dirk has to say. Yeah, Rainer, can you call bottom for us? Now he did, indirectly. Rainer called 89s as the end of the move. Therefore, by deduction, it's also the bottom. Boom! Um, the dentist who makes more money with trading than poking holes in other people's teeth. That's how they base their algo that they sell you. Yeah, that's right. Jerry G says, as long as you post it on Twitter, it must be real. This is the way, Jerry. Hey, if you guys are here, can you guys just like the feed, because it does help with generating new people to the channel for the YouTube algo. I know people forget. They're like, they enjoy being on a channel. They're like, hey, we get to trade with other people, but then they forget to just hit the like button, and it just helps a little. So no, this is the way right here, right? Okay, here I'll show you the real way. All right. Stops to break even. Profit targets moon. That's the way, right? This is the way retail trades here. That's the real way. Every way. 16? Can we go 16? Look at the liquidity sitting up right here. They're going to go hit it, and then there's liquidity down here. You notice how on the ask there's no liquidity? You see that? Not by no, I'm just saying not a lot of liquidity here on the ask. You see that? Someone's coming in and seeing that. But they're going in the direction of the resting liquidity with very little ask side liquidity. You see that? And yet the market's just going towards the liquidity for now. It is interesting. All right, we got to do it again. Moon time. There we go. And here is the way, right? Move your stop to what? Break even? Oh no! Now I'm out of your position for what? A scratch? How many traders work it like this? You get in, your original stop is 2 points away. Soon as it goes into profit, oh, what's happening here? All right, let's cancel all. Let's go see what's happening. Okay, we're 64 long. As soon as it goes into profit, they're like, put your stop to break even, mitigate risk. Well, you had risk when you first got in. It was 2 points. So all you're really doing by moving your stop to break even like this, just impulsively, is you're not allowing the trade any room to breathe because you have FOL, fear of losing. And that governs a lot of people in trading. Hey, Andre. I appreciate that very much, my friend. The postman says, thank you, Pierrick. The Rainmaker. I like it, Jerry. Rainmaker. Even better. I sent you a screenshot on Twitter. Oh, cool. I'll check it right now. But first, let me check what the postman has to say. Postman, what's up, Mike? Just came in to throw a like and gotta go. Missing your stream. Just too many carriers gone to listen or trade for a couple weeks. Love your stuff, brother. Postman out. Postman, nice to see you here, my friend. Thank you for that. So, just to let you guys know, the postman down there in the chat is a full-time postal carrier delivery dude with his own truck, and he trades using his, I don't know, iPad or something. And the postman kills it, I think. So he's thinking about becoming a full-time trader. But he's the guy delivering, in the United States, your mail. So when you see the postman in your neighborhood and his truck is moving around, then he pulls over to the side and he's either pumping his fist or he's shouting at his iPad, you know what he's doing. He's trading. It's great. It's great, postman. Alright, go. Just gonna check out Twitter real quick. Thank you, Rainer. Oh, Rainer, why is your Sierra chart? Why is your Sierra chart all in a language I don't understand? I appreciate the screenshot, Rainer. Very nice looking chart, by the way. Rainer is using my the chart that I showed folks how to build a pure order flow chart or something with like all the heat map and everything. Very, very nice, Rainer. How much volume is it? 100 volume chart. Interesting. Nice looking chart, Rainer. Except for the buys and sells. The buys are red and the sells are green. So it doesn't match, but you know, still nice. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, 100 volume. Oh, that's cool, man. You have a much bigger chart going on. Oh, look at him hit it. Hit it! Right here. Mowing through the volume on the bid side here. Let's see. Little bit of ask side liquidity. Let's see if they smack it back to the upside or if this is it. Just keep going. It's trend down. We got liquidity down here at 80. Big liquidity. So this up here, you guys do see that, right? Okay, yeah. This here says for the market depth historical graph, or AKA heat map, that greater than 150 is going to be red. So a shade of red to bright red up to 400. So right at below or at 400, it's going to be very bright red, like this. And then above 400, so greater than 400, it turns purple. So that liquidity resting at 81 right now is 418. So you see that? How it's right there? So FYI, that's how this works. I'm only long down here because I think it's bottom of the range, but I don't have great reasons. Otherwise, I'd be trading real micros. And if I had A++ reasons, I'd just be trading minis. And I would not be streaming. I'd just be slapping contracts into the market trying to trade my edge. But this is so choppy. I don't enjoy it at all. Too close to roll, even though it's going to be, what, Monday now for front contract. Thank you again, Dirk, for that information. Let's see if I, for those new in this stream, let's see if I can repost that link. Open link in new win tab. Okay. Does it work? Yes, it does. Okay. Copy it. Go all the way to the bottom. Repost it. Boom. This is from Dirk earlier. Chris says, I'd like to see around 77 for next bounce point. 77. Like new lows? New lows, maybe? And then the prior day, taking out the prior days. Oh, what is that? The swing low from Tuesday? Yeah, I can agree with that. I can get on board with that, Chris. Totally. Oh, I still have a position here, don't I? All right, we got to put a stop in. 16. Wait, oops. Don't want to do it like that. You got to turn off use attached orders, then right click the chart. Now we're putting stops in. Let's see. 16, 32. One more? Yeah. There's the 64. Negative delta level and so on. Oh, that's cool. Let me take a look. Hmm. 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 Giving me ideas, Chris. You know that 71 is a prior poor low, I think. Let me see. Yep, that's exactly what it. Wait, no. Let me look here. See how that. Yeah, it's a prior poor low. Hmm. And that is back from let's see. May 31st. Hmm. What does Rain Man say? What does Rain Man say? What does the hottest trader in the TYP um, chat room say? Rainer Blanky. Rainer, we defer to you, my friend. You're calling them like it's hot. All right, let's see. Yeah, Lappin. I think so. I think if we do go and kind of drift down through some of these stop zones, that we likely come back to volume. That's what I think. So the trade is to trade it back towards the middle of the range today. You're like, but it's down. Well, you've got to decide at some point which direction you want to trade. But go with trend. Well, look at the bubble chart. We're losing momentum to the downside here. And we have resting liquidity. We're going in the direction of ask side liquidity short term. Long at 86.5. These Europeans use commas instead of decimal points. Everybody get long now. Rainer's long. I'm not going to be eating for 2 days. Today is day one. Little coffee, no cream, no milk, just an Americano, so espresso with water. Good for the brain, for the mind, good for discipline, good for health. I know I am fat, says, are you a never move your stop trader? No. If we move way up into profit, then I'm going to move it to an invalidation point. Awesome, Chris. It's really important to cut out once you're feeling like you've done your work. Maybe you're mentally tired, or maybe you just made your money and this is really sloppy for you. So here's something that I think that is relevant for a lot of traders. We can continue to trade if we see edge. One. If you're mentally exhausted and struggle to see your edge well and execute on it well, then you should not be trading. So it's not as simple as, well, the market is giving me opportunity, but I've been trading 5 hours staring at this screen. I haven't taken a break. I'm exhausted. And now you can't execute, or you're slow, or you're indecisive at times. So you may see edge, but should you continue trading? No. Just like a surgeon who's overly exhausted, don't put your patience or your P&L or your account in jeopardy when you're not sharp. Right? You're driving this F1 car, this Futures 1 car, and this thing has a lot of power. You got a lot of margin. You got a lot of leverage in a futures account. Play when you are super focused and on your best. Don't play when you're really struggling. All right, so this is about 1 hour for some of this. So can we take some off here? Yeah, why not? There you go. We'll take off half of this position. There you go. Yeah, nice, Chris. Well done. I'm glad. Happy to hear it. Very happy to hear it. Nice trade, Rainer. Our local ace in the hat, or ace in the sleeve. Ace in the hat. I guess both work. Our local ace in the sleeve says, take profit. Market's going to come down now to 87 as the algos are like, you want to sell? Oh, we will pull all the market all the way down so you get out for less profit. Watch this. Don't trust the up move. Rainer has feel for the market, guys. Rainer has feel, is what it is. He sees. Is this right, Rainer? You see the lack of initiative and momentum and volume, and nobody's stepping up on the other side, trying to be wrong. And so it's questionable the continuation of this move. Is that right? Anton says, protect Rainer at all costs. That's right. That's right, my friend. Dave! Dave is up in here for a second day. Nice to see you, Dave. Don't ask me any questions, damn it. I'm kidding. I hope you can hear that. Vedran Radik says, is it realistic to trade futures retail from home? Lack of initiate power. Rainer said the exact same thing that I did. Yes, Dave. No questions. No, I'm just kidding. So, veteran, I don't really. I mean, obviously, what we're all doing mostly is trading from home. VPOC flipped deeper. Yeah, it flipped just now for the RTH session from here. So these, the white line here, right here, around the, well, right there. This is a developing VPOC. So I have my Sierra chart set to show VPOC as it develops, and when it moves to a new level, it prints a new VPOC. But you see how the VPOC developed for the session. I really prefer developing VPOC. Oh, my little girl's crying. Mama needs help. I'm not making any money here, so guess what? I'm gonna go see what's going on. And so now VPOC is here. Rainer might use a different session time. I'll be back. Mama needs help. I'm live streaming on YouTube. Okay, sweet girl. I know you don't like when I have these headphones on because I look different. Hi, sweetie. You want to say something? Yeah? Let's walk. Here. Oh, yeah, those are my headphones. You like them? All right, here it goes. 2.2 miles an hour. Whoa. If you're a little older and could understand me, Sophie, you could talk for everybody. But you're not. You're only 4 months old. Uh oh, she just pulled my microphone off my headphones. Eh, Thunder grip. Give me those. All right. Sophie, you just pulled my microphone off my headset. Okay, you're gonna go back to Mama, because you know what? Daddy didn't realize your hands were gonna go for everything. Okay, stop the treadmill. Back I go. Sophie pulled off my. Okay, I'm back. You know, she pulled the boom mic off my headphones. She was pretty happy to, oh, here. Um, she was pretty happy to pull that microphone off. Little stinker. She's getting fed homemade applesauce and pear for the first time ever. She's getting non-breast milk, which is flippin' fantastic. So my wife's like, "Do you want me to wait?" I'm like, "Yes, please." There we go. Rainer, I thought you didn't trust the up move. What's going on here? Rainer, I expect zero drawdown and for you to call every single direction. What's going on, Rainer? Can't you call it perfectly for me so that I only make money? No, no, no. You can only be right, Rainer. Don't you know? This is Furu Trading 101. You never admit you're wrong. You only say, I only said take some profit because scaling out is prudent. I didn't say it was going to be top of the move, guys. I'm still long. Don't you know? Hey, Arnie, nice to see you in. I appreciate it. Mm. Wait, Jerry G says block him? Block who? Block who? Is there somebody being a bad guy here? I'm missing stuff, obviously. Maybe it's Aitor Tazo. Oh, Rain Man. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying. Oh, he's wrong. I thought you were saying maybe block Aitor Tazo for asking about T plus 1 and T plus 2. How can you come into the TYP chat and not know what settlement is? I'm kidding, my friend, but you know. So T plus 1, T stands for settlement, and then plus 1 stands for plus a day. So T plus 2 is settlement 2 days ago. Does that make sense? No, I can't. I can't block my sugar daddy here. You kidding me? Gotta run. Good luck. All right, Chris. Nice to have you here. No, I'm joking too. Lappin. Okay. Doesn't. You know. Yeah. Well, never mind. An aside. Yeah, Jerry. 20 seconds. It just sucks, doesn't it? What was I gonna? I'm almost at the point where I would rather switch everything over to a live trading account because I'm so incredibly bored trading sim. Like, I almost just I detest it. Mm, absolutely detest it right now. It's boring. Because Kermit, um, I have rules about trading the roll when market action is this way. I think I think the market is let's see, 12 and 2 gets us 14. All right, there you go. So I'm trying desperately to sit on my hands here and really not trade real money because what tends to happen on a day like today is my edge is a little too low. I might call it right sometimes, but by and large, it's too close to 50% for me to risk money. And even though the micros are more appealing than the minis, in that if I'm wrong, I don't lose an amount of money that hurts me, it's bad form. So the sim is like the lowest level of trading, or clicking on a screen and just recognizing you're bored as hell. So this YouTube stream, it gives us all a place, I guess, to talk about markets. And what I would love more than anything is to have a really serious conversation about something trading related that doesn't have anything to do with trying to predict today's absolute dreadful chop. Because I think if we try and have a conversation around a time where I think there's a fairly low probability of trading, then I think a lot of people will be left with the impression that we just always try to call markets even when they're unpredictable. And you're like, well, I'm trading well today. Well, that's fine. If you're trading well, whoever you are, good for you. And if you trade these days very well, then explain your whole psychology, your whole trading um, system on days like today. And, if you typically trade these days well, I'm happy for you. By the way, somebody's shorting down here. Punish them. Oh, all right. Better than 1R. Let's see if we punish them. Mm-hmm. Yep, punished them. All right, good. That's somebody being a little too aggressive at one level. That's somebody showing their hand right at 86.75, adding a bunch of liquidity all at one zone. So the market's gonna typically goes and punishes, looks for the stops. appraiser guy. In the morning, you play smaller and you have zones where you stop out. That's it. And there's a whole. So other people have asked me about the morning. They're like, how do you trade the morning? I'm like, it's a lot. Everything moves a lot faster. You have to make split second decisions about what you're going to do if you've taken a position. You got to take your stops quickly in the morning. Otherwise, the market can move very quickly away from where you're getting shorted along. And if you're going to add to a position, so in other words, here it is. In the morning, play smaller, get in smaller. If you have a zone that you want to sell, scale up to your full size, but after you're wrong, take your stop. So let's say you scale into a position, the market keeps going past your position, disadvantageous. Oh, sheesh. You know what we should be trading? We should be scalping around this zone right here. You see this? Right there. They're going to go hunt these stops, and then this is a short zone above. That's what I think. Here, maybe even where we're at now. Like that. Let's see. Let's see if we go fill them. Someone's stepping up to the plate with 142 contracts on the ask, then 71 behind it. Let's see if we can. Now they're filling on the bid here. So let's count them. 1,000, 900. Are they going to be playing ping pong here? Now if we move above here and rip through this might be the profit taking order. And then the reshorts up through here. The 11, quantity 11, is typically market maker quantities. They're not filling in everything. Typically, we go in the direction of the market maker, providing FIFO liquidity of 11. You've heard it here before. These things are not static, they change. But in the short term, 11 has been used for the last few weeks. Yeah, they do. Not that they hate them. It's just, whoever comes in and tries to bully the market really obviously gets punished. That's all. For all we know, 8650 is still short, and they're the ones adding up here. But what do we care about? Do we care about that that's what's happening? No. You just care about the fact that when you narrate the story this way, they go punish them short term, right? You're trying to profit off the scalp or the stop hunt short term. So don't get caught up in arguing whether you know what's actually happening in the universe when you absolutely have no idea. Anyway, stay calm and wait for IB. All right. Yeah, I agree. Rainer, I think that from here on this poor high, I'm just tell a little story. This poor high shows selling pressure, and we're now building time and volume down this direction at a POC. And now we have a big volume ledge here, which suggests we'll go explore lower. And then we have this old poor high, poor low. We have a naked TPOC, naked volume point of control here. It suggests some extension. Don't know where it's going to go. I think Chris says stops at 76s. I agree with that. Also, stops below 72. I agree with that. Also, going and testing prior TPOC and VPOC. I can agree with that as well. Hence, more than happy to see what happens here. Let's see. We'll just take a positional trade here, and we'll negate it about up here. So let's move our stop. There we go. About there. All right, there we go. Just let it run. Now we don't have to scalp around all this garbage. We lose, we lose. We win, we win. So the take profit for this trade, because you want to have a decent risk reward, is going to be about 1R. We'll take off 6 here, and if it gets down here, we'll take another 6 for about a little better than 1R. And we'll do the slow swing trade. Anybody else have any suggestions on the stop? Should the stop be here short term at 40.91? Because from the point of view of this market's just made a lower low, if we go take out this, are we now making potentially the start of a trend reversal? You see how when we start analyzing short-term price action on a day like today, and it's chopping between a range, how we start to look like idiots? You're like, no, you started looking like an idiot really early in the stream. Okay, I agree with that. Okay, so I don't know. This is where I mentioned I'd like to have a serious conversation about trading and not the short-term price action, because I'm here on a sim because I feel like there's just very little edge for me, right? You know what I think the edge is today? When all of the rookies, when all of the small money takes a position, they go run it the opposite way. That's what I think happens. Every single time small money gets into a position, the algos turn on and pull and stack liquidity the opposite way. That's what I think is happening. And on a day like today where it's thin, I feel like it's aimlessly driving around. I just don't I don't think I have a lot of edge. Anyway, if you guys are here on the channel, um, got a big old group of traders here talking markets, and you enjoy what you're listening to or reading in the chat, just hit like. Hit like on the video. It doesn't cost anything, and it helps the YouTube algorithm, so I would appreciate it very much. Free and easy to do. Anyway, I'll take a short based on the TPO structure here. for more extension to the downside. But I don't know. Choppity chop. Yeah, I mean, if you're rolling contracts and you have CPI and you have FOMC, I mean, are you really trying to drive the market right now out of value? You might, the market might naturally go test and hunt for stops at the edge, but are you really trying before FOMC? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, yeah. I'm just looking at 30-minute charts. I'm looking at 5-minute charts for the intraday session. And it's like, this is bottom of the range. I feel like I'm shorting bottom of the range, really bad position. And yet, the market profile or TPO chart over here suggests downside. So I'm just going to take a shot on the sim and just get short. Stop up here. If I stop out, oh well. But it's an ugly, ugly market to trade, right? Down here, somebody with 25 years experience in this candle says we're headed to 4068. He may be right. But this market, so even if you've traded this market a long time, on neutral, choppy days, you start to feel like the market's ready to break down here. Because when it's down here, this is a big red candle with a little bit of impetus. And then all of a sudden it stops at the lows, right here, and goes bing. And we're all left sucking our thumbs if we're short down here, getting short into the short-term hole. So it's not easy, guys. I'm not picking on anybody. Rainer made the very best calls here. But my point is, on a day like today, you can be experienced and have a good feel for the market in general and still get chopped to bits. Rainer, I'm going to go ahead and make you a moderator because anybody who's not cannot put links in the chat. It's like a YouTube thing. So here you go. Rainer, you now have power. You could repost that link if you want. No, Andre, I don't make anything of that. I mean, if you say it's been tested 5 times, it got tested in the morning, then it got tested, I don't know, 11 a.m. Eastern, and then it got tested at noon Eastern, and then it got tested at 1:40 Eastern, and then it was tested 10 minutes ago, right? But okay, so those are 5 times, but maybe if you're looking at a 1-minute chart, it was tested 11 times. And do you count the range that's a little higher? So that's what you would call the way the market's moving short term, at least. It's what you would call like a descending triangle in terms of price action. It's not very clean, but it's basically doing something like, right, like this. And so the theory goes is that when the buyer down here, or the buyers, are done, because buyers are not willing to buy higher and higher, when the buyers are done buying down here, and there's nobody willing to buy higher for now, the theory goes that it breaks down. And that's kind of what the pattern we have today, right? So you could say the measured move here today might be something from here to here. Take that distance, or something, and then add it to the breakdown. And then that's your target. So if you do that on today's price action, that gets us to about 40, 60. Cool, Rainer. You're now blue like Dirk. Switzerland are the moderators. I just thought of that. Rainer, you live in Switzerland, right? A German town. And Dirk, aren't you in Switzerland? All right. If you want to be a mod on this channel, you got to move to Switzerland. Anyway, so that's what I think. But we'll see. Short term, hey, we're breaking down. But who knows? Who freaking knows, man? We have liquidity sitting down here greater than 400 lots at 4081. Been there all day. Let's go look. 437 contracts, 8 or 9 ticks below the market currently. Market rallying away from that. Is it all the retail people scared? Maybe. We'll see. Do we now have a poor low in place? You're like, Mike, do you lock in your trade here? No, you don't lock it in. Just lose your position. Still may rally straight up back into the zone. Right on, Rainer. Like I said, you must move to Switzerland to get modded. So, there you go. A little iceberg here at 82, and it's broken. Another 81. 81 has now filled. Someone is defending 81. 200. That defense was many, many, many single contracts, not even 10. So the 280 that was sitting there was a lot of small lots, by the way. That's interesting because it's not one big player defending. A little bit interesting. Uh, uh. 12. All right. We are out of this. I think we're coming back up. Up here. Oh, yeah, yoy. Mm-hmm. 2. All right. What were we at? Negative, what, 12? Or minus 12? Let's do that and that. 8, 16, 12. Yeah, something like this. Be normal to go test up in here. Any too high, and then you got to get out again for the scalp. Oh, there's the 15 lot coming in, and 10 rebid. And if we're at 32, we get out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 22. 18. 16, 14, what, 12? Out there? Lawrence Keller. Mike, every time I check my session times, my settings keep changing. This should not happen, correct? Yeah, that shouldn't happen, Lawrence. I don't know. You should go to Sierra Chart Engineering and ask them about that for sure. Hey, if you guys are on the channel, new to the channel, please like the video. It really helps. Top of the range. So HPY, have you ever checked if the widened footprint candles makes the moving average position different? So HPY, what I do is that I have a reference chart for the 10 SMA. So I always put the 5-minute 10 SMA up and I have a reference chart. So if I change this, right, to 1 minute footprint, it's still overlaying the 5-minute SMA. You see that? You see how this moving average isn't moving around? This is the 5-minute. See that? Da, 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 da. There we go. Now, if I change this to a 15-minute, it's still overlaying the 5-minute. Is it going to appear to look a little bit different on the 15? Sure. Yes, it is. Oh, they ran the stops on the one. Here's the incomplete auction right below. Got to average this position. We haven't hit stops yet. They're going to go for them here. Come on. Come to Papa. Is that it? There we go. 22. All right, let's 14. All right, so let's do this. So there are some people like Lawrence in here. And Lawrence, I think, are you new to Sierra Chart? Is that right? Yeah, HPY. I mean, you got to do that, right? Are you brand new to Sierra Chart, Lawrence? I've seen your comments before, and it looks like you're very, very new to Sierra Chart, which is, it's all good. I was new once. It's a struggle for everybody just starting out. But I just want to let you guys know. Yeah, somewhat, says Lawrence. A lot of Lawrence's questions indicate he's very new to Sierra Chart, or like still kind of trying to learn the program, which is that's fine. But a few questions are great, but turning this into the Lawrence show about all your questions is not great. So, and the only reason I say that is because you've gotten extended in your line of questioning with me before. So it's all it's all good and dandy, but we don't want to detract from just talking about markets right now. turn this into a personal Sierra chart helping session. So, oh, 14. We want to be 12 short, guys. That's it. All right. There you go. Why? Because that's the original position. Here, when I took off this position and started shorting too soon, I still believe in the exact same move. I'm just trying to outperform the market a little bit. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. Kind of cool seeing the 1 minute up here, huh? Mike, why don't you use the 1 minute? Well, you know. I have no idea when my videos first start, Lawrence. Go back and look through all my history, and you tell us. That is such an arbitrary question that requires me to go dig for no good reason. Might make sense to you, but doesn't make sense to me to go do that. See what I'm talking about, guys? It's not just a question thing, right? With Lawrence, he will ask all kinds of little questions to satisfy his idea. Maka. That's right. You know what? Oh, I don't want to repeat that. I'm just going to sound like an absolute jerk if I repeat that. I want to joke and repeat it, but it's just going to sound bad. So it's all right. Let's just look at this price action. We got some liquidity below us. They are red, so it's greater than 150. It's a little brighter red here, so my assumption is 76 holds a little more. Yes, it does. It holds a 25 lot, a 50, and a 71 lot for 264 contracts. We're just driving to the liquidity. Now, short term, guys, look on the ask. Is there any liquidity up to this point? No, there is not. Is the market driving right through it? No, it is not. The market continues to drive to what? Higher contract resting liquidity. Up, here comes the 10 popping in. Right? Here it comes. Now, what you want as a tactician is for someone to show their hand here with big lots so you can go punish them to the upside. It's not happening yet. Oh, this trail stop got activated, guys. That's what that is. The 12. Look at all this. I forgot I entered with the trail stop. That's okay. So let's see. So who was it that was asking about the trail stop? I don't remember. But if I go up here and I adjust it like that, it's now set that distance. So as it moves down, it'll move down with the market. See? Now if the market moves up, it's going to stay there, right? So someone asked, do I adjust orders? Yeah, I'll adjust them. So what's the invalidation point here? It's maybe this swing high up here. So let's go do something like that. Right? Is it going to move down because it's a trail stop? Yeah, it will. So you just have to keep adjusting it. Or else you got to go switch it to something else like this. A static stop. Right? Go change the quantity to 12. And then switch it to a static stop, like that. And this one won't move because I right clicked on my mouse on this buy side, so it sets a stop. But what if the market right now, oops. That's why I don't trade off of my chart. I'm doing it only here on Sim. What if the market right now takes a massive plunge down to here, right? Down to our take profits. Right? This will immediately come to about here, right? So if this market really starts to rip to the downside, you got to tighten your stop up. Because sometimes if there's stops here, the market will plunge through and make an instant reversal on a day like today. And you're not going to be fast enough unless you hit the flatten button or something. But that's a dangerous button because the flatten button says place a stop limit order 3 points away from the best bid. That's what it does. There's no market orders on the CME. So whatever the best bid is, if the best bid happens in the next millisecond to be up here, it's going to be a stop limit order for 3 points higher. If the market, as you hit flatten, places that stop limit here, it's plus 3 points. If the market moves up, you might get filled 2.5 points. If other people are buying whole swaths of the book, they're sweeping the book 3 points up. You'll get your fill, but there is danger of not getting the right fill. So, yeah, things like that. Anyway, see how this is moving down now? Whatever. That's fine. What do we do with it here? Right? Maybe up down to here now? Maybe? Whatever. Remember, if it moves with starting to break down a little bit, starting to break down. Remember, 77, 76 held stops. Do we see stops in the market? So when we go look at 2 days ago swing low, the 2 days ago swing low was 78. It's that level Chris was talking about. Could we get a move where they sweep it back up? Yes, we could. Is it happening right here? A little bit. Yeah, it is. So let's see. We don't have the 30-minute chart up. Apple is breaking down right now. Microsoft is about its 618 retracement on the day. Google is near swing lows for the day. Amazon is near the bottom range of the lows today. It has a prior 15-minute blue bar. It's now moving to the bottom. Tesla is just broke its swing low today. Nvidia is at near its lows today. All areas where this market can bounce. We're out. We're probably going to take out this stop right now. Very soon in this zone. So my little short-term move didn't happen. Might still happen, but whatever. We're probably going to get mean reversion here any point. Could all these markets continue to fade? Sure. But in terms of the markets being stretched, the large cap, they're all being stretched right now. So, because they're being stretched, let's see if we can start to scale in for the mean reversion trade. That's all. Yeah, Kermit, I like it. Not a professional trader says, quick thoughts on MT5 versus Sierra chart. MT5 versus, he says Sierra charts. It's actually Sierra chart, not a professional trader. Everybody says that. Sierra charts. It's Sierra chart, by the way. Like, why does he care about that? Oh, I don't know. I just hear it all the time, right? It's just like TO versus TOO. God, am I really that much of a snob? Okay. Broker offers both, but I've never tried Sierra. Taking some heat off Lawrence with this question. It's all good. Sierra is just better is an acceptable answer. I've tried MT5 and Wow. MT5 versus Sierra chart is like asking me which one's faster. My 4.5-year old son's bike or an F1 car. Now, can you drive the F1 car? Are you going to crash and burn? I don't know. It just depends on your patience in learning the software, your technical proficiency. You can crash and burn with Sierra Chart for a long time. Might take you a while to get it, but once you get it, the comparisons, the difference in power is not marginal. It is noticeable. Yeah, Sierra Chart. Oh man. Everywhere. Yep. Ba, 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 ba. No, we don't want to be there. Rainer. Yeah, I'm looking at it, Rainer. Same thing. There's the ledge. Right there. You see this ledge? Let's see if they take it out. We'll see. Giving it a shot. It's not that big. I'm still on a 1 minute chart. Usually I trade the 5. Hey, if you guys are here and enjoying the feed, please hit like on the video. It really does help. Alright. Is this a new 5 minute bar? Yeah, it looked like it. It's like the 1 minute bar looked like a new 5 minute bar printed. It is a new 5 minute bar. I can still recognize the new 5 minute bar price action. Even though I'm looking at 1 minute bars and not really paying attention to every 5 minute. What it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is going to tell us something about this market real quick here. All right. Erase this. Erase that. Beautiful price action. All the longs taking profit and then a failure to follow through. They're trying. One side is trying back into this short term range. They just failed. So here we go. Use attached. Short term, Back to the top of the range. High volume up here. They buy above, shorts give up. Foop. So we can take this and move it up. Not going to want to fill here now. These stops move up. Not getting extension, short term. Let's see if we get it here. They're buying against ice. May get the immediate pullback. Nope. Second level. They're still buying against ice. Oh, explosion. Here we go. If they're right and they buy through this, these guys are going to... One side's playing passively, the other's playing with aggression. Let's see. Nope, they got him. All right, well. That absorption won the day here. Short term. They needed to continue buying here. Right now, these are just a lot of the same sellers passively selling this market, or, painting this market at this level here, which is what, 78s? So let's see. Little choppy here. Rainer long at 40.75. 75. Rainer, why does it have to be half a point lower than me? It's jacked up, man. Not a professional trader. I'm not an MT5 expert by any means. So I just spent a few days trying it out. And I spent a thorough few days. So I just didn't like it. I was like, doesn't do all the things that I want. But I'm not a coder either. So there may be reasons why somebody who's a coder likes it more or whatever. For different reasons. Anyway, I got to get my 5-minute view back because you want to be to be honest, I feel lost here in the 1 minute. Not really lost, just less comfortable. Here we go. You heard it from Maka. So Penny asks about the rebalancing algo. Um, I'm not an expert on it. It's 10 minutes before 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern every day. Yeah, I mean, Sierra Chart gives you a lot of flexibility, and I mean it's good software. Now the support for that software be a little challenging, and when I say a little, I really mean a lot. Yeah, the problem with yeah, Sierra is very affordable. The problem with Sierra is their engineers can be just incredibly rude at times. So, and I think they've been trying to work on that, so kudos to them. We'll let bygones be bygones with that, but anybody that's been using Sierra for a few years has had an experience with their engineering team. Whether you're bringing business to their doorstep every single day, or whether you're a newbie, or whether you're extraordinarily proficient, at least they're fair. They'll treat everybody like absolute garbage at some point, based on based on how they're feeling that day. Oh man. Anyway, not going to talk specific. They don't discriminate, TFT. That's right. It's not something to be proud of, but I don't think they can help it. It's one of those things. I think in a perfect world, if they could turn a switch and be nice, they would. I think that's what they aspire to do. Really, truly. I think they're highly religious. Um, I think they're principled in their views about many things, but I don't think they can help it when they get frustrated and when they get in that mental headspace. I think they're a freight train out of control with how they treat people. Clearly, you are a paid promoter for Sierra Chart. Yes, clearly. I know that's a. I hope it's a joke. You haven't heard some of my rants about Sierra Chart either. Some of them were so bad, I took them off. Um, they were live streams, and I was like, someone's gonna point the Sierra Chart engineers to this live stream. They're gonna be like, "We hate you. We're gonna remove your account." That's real, dude. TFT. I'm from the 503. Yeah. Oh gosh. Uh, it's so easy to point the finger at everybody else and laugh and say, "Oh, how imperfect you all are compared to me." Does that make you feel good? Probably makes a lot of us feel good, but I'm not going to do that. You know what? They've got good software. Sure, do they have their problems with communicating with people? Yes, they do. But I'm a trader, and I really think their software is fantastico. It's great. Anyway, we're getting extension on the TPO. We're coming in. We're gonna get a little more long. Oh crap! That's not what I want. All right, there we go. Got the wrong order type going here, guys. Um, this one is the right one. We'll go quantity 2. Bing. Hey. Hey. Like, Mike, I see that level on your chart. Yeah, I do too. Thank you for pointing it out. Right here, the 527 gap, Phil. See that? Longer term level. So if you guys have watched me for a little bit, you know I like to trade off of these zones. Man, I have my rules not to trade today, but I really want to trade here. I really, really, really want to trade right now. Man, sorry. Let me just have an internal Zen moment here and reflect as to whether or not I want to break this rule. Yep, the live stream's ending. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Have a good one.